Coming up on Cabarrus this week, we look back at the annual Law Day event, a show of appreciation for local law enforcement and recognition of those who lost their lives in the line of duty. And we meet the latest recipient of the Robert J. Eury Award, the most prestigious law enforcement award in the community. Plus, how you can back the blue with a flip of a switch. That's all right now on Cabarrus This Week. Welcome to Cabarrus This Week. I'm your host, Jarrett Glass, and today we're at the beautiful Memorial Gardens in downtown Concord. On May 7th, the county hosted its annual Law Day event, which is a long-standing tradition that celebrates local law enforcement. This year was bigger than ever, with keynote speaker Senator Thom Tillis making an appearance, along with the family of fallen Concord officer Jason Shuping. Here's more from the event.
And the home of the brave.
As part of National Law Day events, local law enforcement officers, the families of fallen officers, and members of the community gathered on Friday, May 7th on the front steps of the Cabarrus County Government Center to present the Robert J. Eury Award to a deserving veteran law enforcement officer.
The life and service of this individual is a fitting tribute to the memory of Robert Jackson Yuri and worthy of our recognition. Please join Sheriff Shaw, Chief Gasick, and me in congratulating the 2021 Robert Jackson Yuri Award recipient, Lieutenant Alan Tomlin.
I'm not prepared for this, but I want to thank everyone for being here, and I want to thank my family for supporting me through this. Thank you very much.
The event also paid tribute to the life and legacy of 7 local law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty, including Concord police officer Jason Nicholas Shuping.
I think that's what's important about today is that we recognize the sacrifice the families of fallen officers make, because that hurt doesn't go away. That void is very difficult to feel. So this gives them an opportunity to continue to know that we support them, we love them, and we're going to be there for them.
North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis served as this year's keynote speaker.
This has been a difficult year for law enforcement across the country. You put your lives at risk every single day. Millions of people across this state and across America appreciate the job you do because you're the only thing that stands on the line between safety and chaos. They lift up our communities, and we owe it to them. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Following tradition, the event concluded with the playing of taps, a bagpipe performance, and a 21-gun salute.
Company, order! Company, dismiss!
The full presentation airs on CabCo TV Spectrum Cable Channel 22 at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. every day in May. You can also watch it on demand on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Cabarrus County. Now each year, Law Day culminates in the presentation of the Robert Jackson Eury Memorial Award. This award is given to an officer with at least 20 years of experience who exemplifies the highest levels of commitment and compassion to the community they serve. It's known as the most prestigious law enforcement award in our community. Here's this year's recipient.
I would ask Chief Terry Spry with the Kannapolis Police Department to come forward for the presentation of the 2021 Robert J. Eury Award. The award that we give to law enforcement officers, which is the Robert J. Eury Award, recognizes an experienced law enforcement officer who's had a 20-plus year career in law enforcement and has served the community, exemplifies those traits that we want in professional law enforcement officers.
Please join Sheriff Shaw, Chief Gasick, and me in congratulating the 2021 Robert Jackson Yuri Award recipient, Lieutenant Alan Tomlin.
There are a number of citations that he has received from community about the little things that he does. He's the guy that you talk about and you hear about. Maybe somebody needed a yard mowed and he went out and done it. And I think that is a type of leader that people can get behind.
Thank you, sir. It just means a lot, because especially my parents early on, supported me and helped me get started as a young man, and then my wife has been supportive. And in the middle of the night, I've came home a lot of times with a torn uniform, and she's helped me get fixed at 2 in the morning so I could go back to work. When you go to work, they're there for you. And I want to thank my family for supporting me through this, and my current and past administration for giving me the chance that I've always wanted to do and serve the community that I grew up in. So thank you very much.
Congratulations to Lieutenant Tomlin. Now, last week was also National Police Week, and Cabarrus residents showed their support for local law enforcement by putting blue light bulbs outside their homes. The bulbs were donated this past January as a show of support after Concord police officer Jason Shuping was tragically killed in the line of duty. We spoke with Cabarrus Chamber's Barbie Jones to learn more about the blue light program.
After Officer Jason Shuping was killed in the line of duty, so many people in the community reached out wanting to know how can we show our support for our men and women in blue. The Chamber was able to work with our friends at Lowe's and GE to be able to get 600 blue light bulbs. We asked them to put them in their outside fixtures so that our patrol units would see their support as they drove through the nights. We asked them to leave them in for about a month and then take them out and put them back in this past week, which was Law Enforcement Week. But what we found were people are burning them all the time. And we think that's just incredible for men and women in blue to see that support. So you can pick up blue light bulbs anywhere in our community, put them in an outside fixture or a lamp maybe in your front so folks can see that as they're on patrol. My son is a police officer with Kannapolis Police Department, and he works a lot of night shifts, and he said to see those blue lights just means the world to him. And I think all of our folks and our law enforcement that are seeing that are feeling that extra love. A light bulb costs about $5 or $6 to purchase, but what you're doing is you're investing in this community. You're showing this support and this love for all of our officers that are out and about. We would just encourage everyone to continue to do it. It's what turned into just a singular act has turned into now a longer term movement that we hope folks will continue to show that support.
Thanks, Barbie. The Chamber said the initiative was very well received, and participants are now encouraged to burn the lights all year round. Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you for joining us. You can check out more stories and updates by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Cabarrus County, or by subscribing to our weekly newsletter. Just visit cabarruscounty.us and type newsletter into the search bar. And remember, you can watch all of our other programs such as commissioner meetings, Pam's Kitchen, historical moments, out and about, and more at youtube.com/Cabarrus County. Make sure to like and subscribe to get all of our updates. Thanks for joining us on Cabarrus This Week, and we'll see you next week.